Bass, both largemouth and smallmouth, are some of the most highly sought-after game fish in Canada, and the tournament circuit for bass is the largest for any North American freshwater fish. The popularity of these fish comes from their wide distribution and challenge to catch in the many environments in which they are found. This video will cover some tips and tricks regarding best catch and release practices to help you return as many bass as you can back to the water, while limiting the stress associated with catch and release. Equipment selection is critical in terms of minimizing harm to bass. Try to use hooks of the correct size for the size of bass you are targeting. Hooks that are too small can lead to more deep hook sets and unnecessary damage to the fish. Also try using single hooks in place of treble hooks, as they can reduce handling and hook removal time without reducing hook set or fish landing potential. In addition, artificial baits and lures are a good alternative to live bait, as studies have shown they reduce the potential of deep hooking fish. Appropriate fishing rod and line selection are also important. Always try to suit your gear to the type of fishing you are planning. Using fishing rods and line of sufficient power and strength are important to consider, as it is not good for the fish to be played or fought for extended periods of time. This is particularly relevant for bass that live in or near thick cover such as woody debris or weeds. Landing nets can also help reduce harm to fish caused from handling. When bass are unhooked inside a net, they can remain in the water, minimizing their air exposure, which is critical in a fish's survival after release. Knotless nylon mesh and rubber nets are the best type to use while bass fishing. They cause the least amount of damage to the fish's fins and protect the mucus layer. After landing a bass, getting the hook out is the next step. Again, keep the fish in the water to minimize air exposure. Tools such as pliers, wire cutters, and scissors can accelerate the unhooking process, especially if a bass is hooked deeply. Cutting the hook or line does much less damage than trying to work a hook out for an extended period of time. If the fish needs to be handled, keep your hands wet to avoid damaging the fish's protected mucus layer. If you want to photograph your catch, there are a few things to keep in mind. Again, try to keep the fish and your hands wet at all times. If you want to include yourself in the photo, ensure the camera is ready before lifting the fish out of the water and return it promptly to the water. Using the lip hold technique can be detrimental to fish. Instead, try holding the fish from the lip while supporting its body. Once it's time to release the bass, gently lower the fish into the water and wait until it swims away on its own. By incorporating the simple techniques from this video into your angling practices, bass will be less harmed by catch and release, helping to keep more fish in the water for others to enjoy, now and into the future. Enjoy what our lakes and tributaries have to offer responsibly.